Today it's Cowboy Day. I got my cowboy hat on. And I got my cowboy boots on. And I'm doing my little walk. Now there might be a reason why I got a special invitation to go to church. And I don't know what that might be, but I know I've got to find the lobby. The main lobby, or I'm gonna miss church. And I'm not never be saved. God dang it, I reckon it's this way. Somewhere down out here in front at a lower level. You should see what I'm seeing right now. What I gotta do to find Cowboy Church is I gotta get down another flight of stairs in order to get there on time. Cowboy Church. I reckon it's what I really need. Now there's my shadow. I'm a cowboy today. Well, dang, all you got to do is get yourself an outfit. You could be a cowboy too. Let's go this way. As it turns out, I had to get on an elevator and go to the top floor to find the church. I might be a bit late.
An organization like this and make it run and to have a sound man, because without him we sound. And thank you, Paul, for always being there for us. And this is a song my friend Waddy Mitchell and I wrote about those people who have a gift to give and what our job is to do with them. One little bird transcends its wings and by its nature begins to sing, much like the poet with his poem transcends his station, his flesh and bone. It's who they are. The painter knows his gift of art. It's how he shows what's in his heart. The horseman's touch through calloused hands whispers a bridge between horse and man. It's who they are. It's who they are. It's why they breathe. It's all they hear. It's all they see. It's how they're born. It's how they're made. It's not their fault. They have no say. It's who they are. So if God sends inspiration to share these gifts on earth, why we wonder if those gifts have any worth. If not for them, where would we turn? They fill a need welcome my dear friend and wonderful poet, Doris Daly. As you know, we have celebrated Thanksgiving already in Canada. We do that in October, and you're all thinking ahead to next week to enjoy celebrating Thanksgiving with your families. So I know what you're thinking. Boy, I hope she does a Christmas poem here this week. Well, it's not a Christmas poem. It's a 52-week-a-year poem, and I'll tell you why. Because a few years ago in July, my friend Jean Prescott in Texas called and said, Doris, I was driving home from the 4th of July picnic in my small town in Texas, and I got the idea for the last song I want on my new Christmas album. And she went on to explain that there's an older woman in town whose mind is fraying around the edges, and she's showing signs that the memory isn't there, and there's some confusion. And the big tip-off was that for the past year, whether it was at the 4th of July or Easter or someone's springtime birthday party, Mary would hold her own, but then as a way of saying farewell, she would wish you Merry Christmas. And so, of course, that's kind of cute and charming, and adorable in a sense, but as Jean was driving home, the penny dropped, and she said, think of the wisdom in that. What a gift Mary has just taught me. What if all of us believers had Christmas on our minds 52 weeks a year instead of the madness that is coming? Maybe that's how we all start making the world a better place. So with that in mind, she said, Doris, can you get to work and write the lyrics? And I'll put the song on my album. So
I might add the importance. I recognize someone here who got me involved in Western music over 25 years ago in poetry. And I had the opportunity to be with her one day when at Cowboy Church she accepted the Lord and has been walking with him. Commandments, he is there to forgive you. And he'll expunge your record, if you will. He'll forget it completely. Also learn that your family and friends, even though they love you and you love them, sometimes they'll fail you. But God has never failed. Never failed me, and he won't fail you. Also, I learned that no matter how smart you are and how tough and resilient, there will come a time that you run into the brick wall. But he's there to pick you up. And there's also an inexhaustible resource open to you, and that is the power of prayer. It works. I've also learned that.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider the world's thy hands have made.
All right, God dang it. Chuck, I made it to Cowboy Church, and Maggie was there. And so, you know, the two of us, we bowed our heads and we did some praying, we did some singing, we did some good singing, and like that. And I don't know if I'm going to be saved though. What's up? Stand over here and we'll get my picture taken. Maggie wants to take my picture, so I guess I'll let her do that.
That's good.
Do I look like a cowboy today? Guess I look like a cowboy today.
You're looking at me.
I am looking at you. Now, so here we go. The Cowboy Church reminds us that we're all just spirits walking the planet. Cowboys going through life.